Kate. Today I'm here with Brandon Foreman, the owner of Baton Rouge Parents Magazine.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. We're hanging out in our studio up here.
I have a few questions, and the first one is a little hard.
Oh.
In my opinion, the 80s is the best decade for music. How would you describe your job using an 80s song title?
I should know this because in a prior life I was a DJ. So there's a lot of songs that come to mind. So I don't know if it's 80s, but Journey's Don't Stop Believing is a big one.
That's 80s.
That's kind of from business. You just gotta, if you don't believe in it, who else is gonna believe in your dream? So you gotta believe in it first. So I'll settle there.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. What is your favorite section of the Baton Rouge Parents Magazine?
Would probably be our faith column. We've had it since the beginning, and it's been there, and we've always said we'll never take it out. And it's hopefully shines a little bit of light, shows people, what we're about and our faith and what it does for our community. And we're able to get that message out to people that didn't even know they were looking for it. So hopefully it's impacted and touched some people.
If you were stranded in the Atchafalaya swamp for a year, what 3 things in your office would you want to have with you?
Cell phone. A solar powered charger for my cell phone. Probably a really good blanket. Because I'd be getting sunburnt during the summer and freezing in the winter.
What do you look for in a cover kit?
I don't. That's a big misconception.
Oh.
So we do the cover kit event every year, and none of our staff actually picks the cover kits. We bring in outside, judges to come in, and we invite either local personalities from around town, dance studios. We've had a couple pageant queens come in, even though we're not looking for any, pageant style. We're looking for everyday, kids. But everyone runs through for the event. They meet the judges give them a call back. There's anywhere usually 4 to 6 judges, and then they all get together for the callbacks. And they decide and they pick about 40 kids, 35 to 40 kids, and we're told these are your cover kids. So we don't get a say. Most people think we do.
I've tried every year since I was like 3 or 4, and I've never gotten it.
I bet you'll do better this year because you're doing this. That's what we're looking for. A lot of people think it's all about what people look like, and it's really about how they act, because we have to go do photo shoots with them. I say we, it's really my wife. She goes and does the photo shoots. But we need kids that get excited and can talk and don't get shy. So people that are making eye contact, kids that are excited to tell stories and interact. Even the ones that look, dressed up to the 9s and 10s, but they get real shy and shy away. That doesn't make for the best cover kit because it's hard to get them to a photo shoot. So,
what is the funniest or most surprising thing that has ever happened to you during your career?
Interesting story. One of my other companies, we had a software company, and it was right after 9/11. And we created software that could tell if IDs were real or if they were fake. So this was a real big deal. And we had a huge show that we were going to in Las Vegas. And this is probably within 2 or 3 months of 9/11. You still had the National Guard walking through the airports. And we were flying out of New Orleans on a Saturday. And I procrastinate on a lot of things. And we were flying out. It was like the day after my birthday. So I guess it was in March after 9/11, so maybe a little bit further. But I realized before I had to go get my license renewed. So I ran and got my license renewed on my birthday, the day before we're leaving. And then we shipped a whole bunch of stuff to Las Vegas. So when we got a show, we have software and all this stuff is going for this trade show. And I needed to be able to prove to people that I can spot fake IDs with our software. And I was like, well, I'm not going to roll the dice of our luggage getting lost or anything, because I had a stack of fake IDs that all had my picture on them. So I had from states all over the country. And we purposely had these fake IDs so we could demonstrate this is not me, this is fake, this is real. And so as we're checking in Saturday morning early in New Orleans to get on the flight, they're going through everything. And then they call and they're like, whose bag is this? And I'm like, that's mine. I didn't think I'd thrown in a stack of fake IDs. And they threw it in my bag and they came over and they're like, these all, like, I look like I'm the worst person in the world. Like, I've got 20, 50 IDs, all with my face, different names, different information. They don't know who I am. I'm trying to explain it. And they go, well, give us your ID. And I'm like, absolutely, I have it right here. And I pull out my ID and I hand them a brand spanking new ID that was issued yesterday. And they're like, this is not yours. And I'm like, that's mine, I swear it is. And that's when I learned that they have a jail underneath the airport in New Orleans. And I was put in jail and waited for Secret Service to show up all day. And then we tried getting in touch with people back in Baton Rouge, but it was a Saturday morning. We couldn't get in touch with them for people to vouch for who I was, because I had a whole bunch of IDs that all had my name, and my one real one was done the day before. Finally, they get in touch. The other group and party had gone by. My wife had waited. They kept us there, obviously missed our flights, everything. And then the Secret Service guy gets me out of the jail, brings me out. The National Guard comes with their M16s and they escort us all the way to the front of the airline where everybody's waiting in line, and he's there in a suit and they're with their guns, and he's going, man, we had to detain this individual, but we'd like for you to put him on the next flight to Vegas. And I got escorted a flight, me and my wife, to Vegas, and I had to check in with another agent once I got there. And so it was a very intense time, and then I was pretty much on every watch list for flying for the next couple of years after that. Every time was randomly selected.
What makes Baton Rouge a great place to have a magazine like yours?
The community and the people. We've got magazines. Not only do we publish magazines in Baton Rouge, we're also in New Orleans, Birmingham, Cincinnati, Manhattan, and Denver. And it all started here in Baton Rouge. And it's a magazine. We all do it. We say, you know, we've got two jobs here: to inform and educate and be a resource for our community, but also to make our advertisers wildly successful, because they allow us to do it, because all the products and magazines are free. And so we have to listen to the community and for them to tell us what they want. And we have to listen to our advertisers and how we put all that together. And we get more feedback here probably than a lot of the other markets.
Thanks for watching Investigate with Kate. Make sure to check out the Baton Rouge Parents Magazine if you're a parent or a child. When is the cover kid so people can audition?
Registration is open right now. You can go register, and we've got a lot of clients and vendors that'll be out there. I think they even have animals coming this year. So hopefully not a snake. I'm not a fan of snakes.
I've held a snake.
I'm sorry.